Hi everyone. It has been a while since I have done one of these, and I thought it was important to, um, after about a week of since the inauguration, and everybody kind of having a bit of a meltdown. Um, I thought it was time to bring back an old tradition, which was story time. So today, I'm going to read to you the story of Chicken Little. Now, this one is by Stephen Kellogg, retold and illustrated, um, and it's a bit different than the one I read to when I was a child, but I think the moral of the story still maintains, pretty much. So here we go. Chicken Little by Stephen Kellogg. Oops, the pages are sort of sticky. Please bear with me. Poultry coming, announced Foxy Loxy as he spotted Chicken Little skipping down the road. That little featherhead will make a tasty chicken salad sandwich, he chuckled. There it is. But before Chicken Little got close enough for Foxy Loxy to pounce, an acorn fell from an oak tree and hit her on the head. Help! Help! The sky is falling, shrieked the little bird. You see that? Okay. Her cries were heard by Henny Penny. What's the matter? She asked. The sky is falling, cried Chicken Little. A piece of it hit me on the head. Henny Penny was horrified, as you can imagine. Call the police, she cried. The sky is falling. The sky is falling. There's Henny Penny throwing a fit. That hen has a plump pair of drumsticks, observed Foxy Loxy, and they'll be mighty tasty southern fried. He was about to charge forward and capture the two chickens when the clamor reached Ducky Lucky. What's all this cackling about? He demanded. The sky is falling, cried Henny Penny. A piece of it hit Chicken Little on the head. This is terrible, squawked Ducky Lucky, and together the three birds wailed, Help! Police! The sky is falling! Foxy Loxy shivered with greed when he imagined how delicious Ducky Lucky would taste simmered in spices and sauce. Must be southern. Help! Police! The sky is falling! But before he could spring from his hiding place, the cries of the group were heard by Goosey Lucy and Gosling Gilbert. I don't remember a Gosling Gilbert, do you? What luck, whispered the fox. I'll toast the bite-sized one as soon as I get home, and I'll pop the fat one into the freezer until Christmas. Jesus. The sky is falling. They're all freaking out. Reminds you of anybody? Foxy Loxy almost fainted with delight when Turkey Lurkey came running across the fields. There's my Thanksgiving feast, he chuckled. This is the luckiest day of my life. He was about to pounce on his victims when suddenly he realized it was 6 against 1, and that turkey and goose looked pretty tough, he murmured. I'll avoid a scuffle by outsmarting these foolish fowl. There he is, the crafty little fox. Disguising his truck and himself, he approached the group and announced, Officer Loxy at your service, folks. What seems to be the problem? The sky is falling, chorused the birds. A piece of it hit me on the head, added Chicken Little. See, he's changing the lettering on his truck from police to poultry. Kind of scary. This is an emergency, declared the fox. Into the truck, and I'll take you directly to headquarters. And there are the silly little birds getting into the truck. Suddenly, as he looked more closely at the fox, Chicken Little remembered the wanted poster she had seen in town. Normally that would be foreshadowing, but they didn't include that part at the beginning. It's Foxy Loxy, she shrieked. Run for your lives! The birds tried to escape, but Foxy Loxy threw Chicken Little into the truck and locked the door. Feathers everywhere. But before driving off, the fox couldn't resist reading the recipes he had selected for each of his captives. This is where they always go wrong. And as for that nonsense about the sky falling, he sneered, this is what being the dim-witted chick. And he showed her a picture of the acorn. Sorry, where is it? There it is. With a triumphant laugh, he hurled the acorn skyward and jumped into the truck and cried, on to the kitchen. There he goes. The falling... See, the page sticks together. The acorn soared above the treetops and lodged itself in the propeller gears of a Sky Patrol helicopter conveniently going by at the moment, piloted by Sergeant Hippo Hefty. The gears jammed, the propeller stopped turning, and the helicopter plunged toward the earth. The falling helicopter crashed into the cab of the poultry truck. Foxy Loxy leaped from the wreckage screaming, the sky is falling! The sky is falling! Stop that thug, cried the birds. Sergeant Hefty flattened the fleeing fox. You're under arrest, he announced. You mean I'm under a fat hippo, snapped Foxy Loxy. I guess it's a little fat-phobic here. During his trial, Foxy Loxy insisted that he was innocent, but the judge sent him to prison on a diet of green bean gruel and weed juice. On her way home, Chicken Little recovered the acorn. She planted it next to her coop. Years later, when the acorn had grown into an oak tree, her grandchildren loved to snuggle beside Chicken Little and listen to her adventure. The end. If you like this, come back next week and we'll do either The Emperor's New Clothes or what's the other one? Oh, The Boy Who Cried Wolf. I think that would be an appropriate one too. Anyway, have a great night, everybody. Come back later for the next story time.